Okay, so this is going to be my packing vlog for our 4-night sailing on Disney Wish. We are going to Nassau, Bahamas and Castaway Cay, Disney's private island in the Bahamas. This is Margot. So, I am Brianna Lawrence with Brianna Goes to Disney, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. We have been wanting to go on the Wish since before it sailed. All throughout COVID, I love tracking the progress of everything and staying up to it. Love the documentary that's now on Disney Plus. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend if you're sailing on the Wish or just on any one of Disney Cruise Line's ships. The documentary will get you so excited. So, like I said, we're doing a 4-night sailing on the Disney Wish. It's the 4-night Bahamian cruise from Port Canaveral. The Treasure is also embarking out of Port Canaveral. So, unfortunately, when we get there on Monday, we are not going to be leaving out of Disney Cruise Line's terminal, which kind of is a bummer, but that's okay. It's just, like, the only thing that we're really going to miss is being able to walk through, like, the golden ears. But you win some and you lose some. Hopefully, we'll get to see the Treasure while we're there, whether it's embarkation day or when we get back to Port Canaveral at the end of the sailing. So I'm hoping to kind of be able to see the Treasure. So that's one plus in that. We did book with a guarantee room. So we booked under the 90-day mark, which meant that we booked a certain category and we didn't know our stateroom number until literally a few days ago. I highly recommend doing this. You save a lot of money this way. It kind of can backfire because it definitely keeps you limited. You don't get to choose your stateroom. And if you want to get on a specific sailing, there's no guarantee that they're going to open these types of rooms for you. It kind of just comes down to, is there enough rooms for them to do this last minute guarantee discount? So we did the deluxe ocean view stateroom with veranda with restrictions. I was so excited when we finally found out we got stateroom 7044, so 7044, 7044. I don't really know the terminology, like what the lingo is for staying in the staterooms, but 7044, I guess. I'm so excited. There is actually a room tour on YouTube of it, but I'm going to do an updated room tour when we sail. So that will be posted on YouTube when we get back and I could go through everything. I'm also going to do daily vlogs while we're on the cruise. So I'm so excited about that because last time we sailed, I didn't really do much and I was not intentional about it. So there is a video from our 7-night sailing. It was an Eastern Caribbean sailing on the Disney Fantasy. I think it's like a 4-minute video, not even. It's just like literally all of the clips that I happen to take horizontally and I just kind of pieced them together. It sucks. It's not the greatest. You know, I'm going to make some mistakes. I feel like the first handful of vlogs I'm not going to love. It's not like everything that you put on the internet stays there forever to haunt you for all of eternity. So it's going to be fine. But we're going to get in. We're going to start packing. Although I did already kind of pack to not make this like really ridiculous. I did a lot of the heavy lifting yesterday. And by that, I mean went through my entire closet and tried everything on. So here's our countdown. I'm super excited. I'm going to say I'm super excited 5 million times. And from what I saw, we're getting a Frozen room, which I'm excited about. Frozen came out when I was in high school, and it was kind of like, it came out right when I started driving. So I got the Frozen soundtrack and then just played it nonstop in my car. So it was like that period where you start driving and you have like a lot of privacy for the first time in your life and you could just listen to whatever you want, and it's like the beginning of finding out who you are, and apparently who I am is just the Frozen soundtrack. So I love Frozen. When we're on the Fantasy, we saw Frozen. Dane cried. That happens very easily, so it's really not that big of a deal. I kind of wanted to do a drinking game at our wedding with how many times, like, you know, take a shot every time that Dane cries. that would not be good for our insurance for the venue, so we did not do that. It would lead to very bad things. Dane cries a lot. So yeah, Dane cried during Frozen, happens. So our itinerary for our cruise. So let's get started with, we're getting there Saturday morning. Saturday morning, we're going to wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, drive to the airport. Our flight is at 6:25 in the morning. I do this every single time that we go to Florida, and I'm like, this is the greatest idea ever. We have the whole day. When the morning arrives, it's rough. It's really rough. But you know what? It's a great rate too. Good price. But I keep doing this to myself. And one day I'm going to learn my lesson. I haven't learned yet. So 6:25 in the morning, we will be at BWI and we will be on our way to MCO. Our friends are picking us up from Orlando International, and we're going to hang out with them for a day. We're going to spend the night at their house, get to see their new house. They just bought a house, so we're excited. And then we are going to go back to Orlando. So they don't live in Orlando. Then we're going to do Disney Springs Day, which we're super excited about. And then we're actually staying at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort, which I have never stayed at. Fun fact, I've never stayed at a value resort before. So I'm so excited. So we're super hyped about that. Can't wait. We're staying one night, and then we're doing the DCL transfer from All-Star to Port Canaveral. So we're going to wake up super early again. Make sure that they take our bags, go get some breakfast, Mickey waffles, get ready for the day, maybe explore a little, and then they're going to pick us up. We're heading to the port. I don't know because they didn't tell us yet. They usually tell you like 2 days before. So that's when we'll find out that stuff. Hyped. Get to the port. And then our first day on the ship. And then we have a day at sea, and then day 3 we're in Nassau, and then day 4 we're in Castaway Cay. And then day 5, unfortunately, we come back to Port Canaveral. And then it's over. And it's over. But if you'd like to see how all that goes and follow along for all of our daily vlogs, make sure to subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be posting everything. Not everything. Almost everything. As much as I can, while still enjoying the vacation that I paid for. So we're going to do some daily vlogs. It's going to be good. We're going to get some good quality Dane content. So when Dane's on a cruise, he's a little unhinged in the best way. When we did our honeymoon, the motto was yo-ho instead of YOLO. It's like you only honeymoon once. For our honeymoon, we did Disney Cruise Line. Leading up to the cruise, Dane is very like, we need to budget, we need to prepare for these things, and like stressing out because that's just like Dane's personality versus me. I'm like, everything's in place, we'll figure it out when we get there. And then we arrive, we're on the ship, and Dane just like everything out the window. He's like yo-ho, and he just yo-hoed a little too hard. You know, there were some questionable things, like him literally running like a full sprint up to Thor. I was like taking a video of Mickey and Minnie, and then you see just Thor like on the deck above them, because that's the deck we're on, just walking across. And I didn't see him because I was watching Minnie and Mickey. Dane sees Thor, screams Thor, runs, just books it. The first thing that comes out of his mouth is, "Can you flex for me?" Like literally just asked Thor if Thor can flex for him. And I'm like, Dane, we're stuck on this ship for a week, and this cast member is going to see us for the rest of the week. And you just asked him if he could flex for you. So Dane gets a little crazy. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into packing. I'm actually pulling up my packing list. So on my blog, I do have a Disney Cruise Line packing list. So we're going to basically go off of that because that's what I go off of. So this is my Disney Cruise Line packing list, and I go over what you need for embarkation day, what you should have on your carry-on. So you have like your checked bags, which are your suitcases, and they take those when you arrive at the port, and they're going to put those in your room for you. But I call it like your carry-on. So It's either a backpack, a tote, basically something that's big enough to have what you need, but not too big because you're kind of going to be carrying it around until your room's ready. So I just kind of use my backpack, but you don't really need that much. You need your travel documents, so passport, ID, basically whatever you need. You will get an email from Disney Cruise Line that goes over exactly what you'll need. They're really great at making sure that you're informed. Also, if you book with a travel agent like me, so let's just say you book through me, I will make sure that you've got everything you need. I'll remind you all these things. I'll tell you what you need. You can ask me a million questions. I'm here for you. So travel documents, you're definitely going to need your Disney Cruise Line reservation confirmation. That's Klaus. You need that printed out. And then any other travel information that you think you need, like rental cars, anything like that, necessary medication, cell phone, chargers. You want to make sure that you have your credit cards, cash, glasses, contacts, sunglasses, sunscreen, hat, your magic band charger, but I mean, kind of just show up to the port with it already charged, you know? So this is what I do, and I kind of just map out every day of our cruise, and this is on my list, so if you want to see it, just go look at the blog post, because I do outline everything, and all this stuff is listed. So, for example, this is for like our 7-night sailing. I use this as an example. Day 1, embarkation. I kind of just put like travel to the port, board the ship, eat lunch, swim, etc., dinner. Like basically just map out what we're doing. What's our itinerary? Because that just gives me a visual of, hey, what do I need all of these days? That way I don't forget anything. And that's it. Oh, but let's go back to Dane. So this is what Dane does when I say to smile. He just like poses like a pirate. So it's gonna be good. All right. So I have this basket of stuff that I already put together, and we're just gonna go for it. So hat. I got this at Castaway Cay, and Dane was even like, but when are you going to wear that again? Well, joke's on you, because next week. Always need the Disney, obviously need the Disney Dooney. Why did I buy it if I don't bring it for anything Disney related? Always bring it. We are going, obviously, in February, and Orlando's been a little unpredictable right now, where we don't really know what kind of weather we're getting, because currently there's some snow on the ground, so it's kind of been cold, but the forecast says it's going to be 70s, 80s, so we're a little bit hopeful, but we obviously know there's some winter winds with that, and then also being on the cruise ship, and the top decks are super windy, and then also they crank the AC. So, light jacket, just kind of like jean jacket. I'm also bringing this. This is my quilted coat, so it's a light jacket. So a couple layers. I like this because I could throw it on with like anything. In my opinion, you could throw denim on with anything. So a couple things that I don't need to really plan out what outfits it would match with, because in theory, it's going to match, and then if it doesn't, I'll be warm, so I don't really care. Sandals, I also bring my Birkenstocks. These are kind of just like my nicer sandals, except they're from like Target, and they're dirty, so define nicer, but whatever. This is kind of just a hodgepodge that I need to go through. Bonine, I don't know. And then these. So I get very motion sick. I can't even look at my phone for 5 seconds in the car without wanting to throw up. So I wear these patches. There's 2 in here. You put them behind your ears. They work. I originally got them for Disney a couple years ago. I use them for anything where I think that I'm going to throw up for. They're just kind of infused with essential oils and non-drowsy, 100% herbal. It says lasts up to 72 hours. I change them out every day, because I just want like the full effect, but that's just me. Make sure that you're taking this around the clock. This works. And I feel like this works way better than Dramamine. So I always have this. And I go into detail of what I do to avoid motion sickness on my packing list blog post too. Oh, so these are clips. They're also mostly everything's on the packing list. This is on the packing list, link wise. Like I put most of the links that I've gotten and I've used and I like. So if you trust my opinion, get it. If not, look at the reviews, because whenever I order something from Amazon, I check all the reviews first anyways. But all the stuff I linked, I've used. So these are great because top deck, super windy. Towels, we've seen them get lost to the sea. So when you have your towel on your chair, and then it won't fly away. So I am very reliant on fanny packs. So this is coming with me. This is actually for my bachelorette. My matron of honor made them all for us. And they all had like a mauve. I don't know. Bathing suit. You definitely need a bathing suit. I'm just bringing one. Last time I brought 3. You don't need it, in my opinion. And I just hang them up to dry. So I think you only need 1, but that's just me. This is another light jacket, the equivalence of a sweatshirt. It's just kind of like an LL Bean zip-up fleece. It's mostly so that I have a light jacket when I'm wearing like sweats, or honestly for like traveling in the airport. This is what this is mostly for. So I'm just going to show you the different kinds of outfits I'm bringing, just so you have an idea of what, to pack. But kind of like a denim short jumpsuit thing. Jean jacket, so another light jacket. I like jackets. Just let me be. This shirt, obviously, it's a Lost Bros shirt. 10 out of 10. Jeans. Tank top with some Patagonia. Long sleeve shirt to go with jeans. They really do crank the AC on the ship. So we don't plan on really getting off the ship in Nassau. So that's also part of this. But I just packed dresses, I promise. Got some nice light pants. Shorts. I told you, don't worry, they're shorts. These are like capris. Tank top. A dress. So I did bring some like cuter, nicer dresses for dinner because I do enjoy dressing up like a human being sometimes. I don't really dress up like a normal human being. So I'm excited to do that. I have like a tank top that goes with another skirt that allows me to look like a normal human being, which is this skirt. I'm not going to unfold it because it's going to be a mess. And then there's like ruffles, fun stuff. This is just like a sundress. And then this I highly recommend, especially if you're sailing in the Caribbean. SPF, a shirt that has SPF protection. Disney Cruise Line does have one on board, and it's really cute. It's really not that much too, considering, I don't know, I would compare it to, like, I really thought it was going to be the cost of a Spirit jersey. I thought it was going to be like $80, and from what I remember, it was $40, which, I mean, that one that I got on Amazon, which is on my packing list, I think we paid $20 for it, so I mean, half the cost. But if you want one they have it in white, and it says Disney Cruise Line on the back, and it looks like it's really good quality. I think it was like $40, but don't take my word for it because I'm going off of memory, and they could have totally raised the prices since the last time we saw it. So I'm bringing different bags. One thing that I regretted during our last cruise was when we went up to the pool, I only really brought a fanny pack, which, like, it gets the job done, but especially when I have my Kindle and whatnot, I don't know. So I'm bringing this backpack that I actually got in Disney last time I was there, because I usually, again, just do fanny packs, but we went in September, which is rain season in Florida. So I had a good quality poncho where I usually just kind of bring like the throwaway ones, but I invested. It was like a $9 poncho, but it's reusable. So I invested in a poncho. So I'm bringing this for the pool. That way I don't have to like run back and forth to the room. We can bring the sunscreen, all the things. This is amazing. I love this thing because I use a Stanley, but even if you have like an Awello, I'm cool, I swear. I don't know what things are called. If you have a reusable water bottle that is a normal water bottle shape, this will fit it. So you put your water bottle in, and it also holds your phone and some cards, and there's a little for your keys. Oh, there's some stuff in there from last time I used it. Fanny pack, obviously. Oh, I talked about the hat, right? Okay, so if you see this hat, buy it. It was not that much. I think it was like $30. So that's another thing where it's like a hat, and it's Disney Cruise Line. It's really nice. The design underneath is so cute. It has the little Disney Cruise Line emblem and palms. $30. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Oh, we got these for motion sickness. We never had to use them. We were pretty good because we stayed on top of everything else, but they're just little ginger hard candies. We got the double strength ones, but you know, they didn't really have anything like, there's really no additives in it. It's just like sugar, ginger, and glucose. So, you know, all the good stuff. So I have not tried these. So I've tried them. I haven't tried them while nauseous, but I know these help a lot. I just didn't use them, but we're bringing them just in case. Sun cover. You're definitely going to want a sun cover. Oh, I also have a couple other things that I'm packing, but I hung them up already. Everything in this basket is just stuff that I was like, it's okay if it gets all like wrinkled. Raincoat. Definitely bring a raincoat. I'm honestly bringing a raincoat and not a poncho because, yeah, I just don't feel like bringing a poncho. I changed my mind. I am going to show you the things that I had put in my closet because I forgot that my Pirates Night outfit was in there. So this is what I'm wearing for Pirates Night. Just like a dress that buttons down. This is the bottom. Opens up. Ruffles. You know. And it comes in at the waist. So it was giving like, it was giving pirate, you know. This shirt, which is literally one of my favorite shirts I've ever gotten from Disney. I got it in Epcot at the England Pavilion. UK Pavilion. I got it in Epcot. I've heard it called both, so we're just gonna roll with it. I'm bringing this. It was very bright for my style, but I got this at a thrift store in Myrtle Beach. But why I'm bringing this is because my other cover is a shirt, and I love the look of this, especially for the beach. Just like a flowy shirt over your bathing suit. The hat, like, vibes are immaculate. However, I found that just like going up to the pool, and then if we wanted to go somewhere, like walking around the ship, or if we wanted to like stop and get food, I felt naked because there is a certain dress code. So if you want to go to Marceline Market or Cabanas, depending what ship you're on, so the whole bathing suit, flowy shirt, and hat, Disney doesn't roll with that. You definitely need to have clothes on if you're gonna go eat. So I just looked. It's deck 11 on the Wish. I don't remember what it is on the Fantasy. I'd have to double check. But deck 11 on the Wish for Mickey and Friends Festival foods. All of that food, like, you could walk up in a bathing suit. You're good. Because it's It's right by the pool too. But if you want to go eat at the buffet or like go grab lunch at one of the dining rooms, you need to have some clothes on. So even just walking through the ship, I felt a little underdressed with just the shirt on. So I'm bringing the dress for a cover just so that I feel a little bit more comfortable and feel like I'm following dress code. All right. Bringing out the Disney storage bins. And yes, I have Disney storage bins. They're in my closet. So this stuff is just because I know where it is. So I have bins. Make sure to bring your magic bands. So this one's mine. This is Dane's. This is his first magic band. Every time we've gone, he's kind of just like, I don't need one. Like when we've gone to Walt Disney World, he's kind of just like, well, I don't need it. And then when we're on the ship, on the Fantasy, he's like, well, I don't need it. And like, you're right. You don't need it. But it's nice to have it. When it came in, he was so excited. So this, for me, from the last time I was at the airport. What? So it was empty, I promise. If you have ever tried to maneuver, especially we're at such a big airport, we're at BWI and then we fly into MCO, it is so stressful and overstimulating sometimes, especially by the time we land and it's the morning and it's like 9-10 o'clock in the morning. It's popping. So we bought this and I do have it on my packing list as just kind of like a travel hack because this changed my life. We always get Starbucks when we land, you know, your post-flight Starbies, and I've spilled a drink in the middle of the airport and then everything's sticky, you know, so game changer. Fuel rod, so make sure that you have some sort of power like pack, rod, cube, I don't know what to call it. We use fuel rod because they have fuel rod stations in the parks, and also I've seen them at BWI. I don't know if I've seen them at Orlando International, so don't quote me on that. You can just take the fuel rod and go to the vending machine and change it out for a fully charged one. So that's the appeal in that. Make sure you have your magic band chargers. This one's Dane's, so it hasn't been open yet. I'm always kind of on the fence about ears. Sometimes I'm feeling ears and sometimes I'm not feeling ears. But make sure to bring your ears if you plan on bringing ears. Oh, here's our Key to the World card from our last sailing. So if you want to see what it looks like. Oh, and then pro tip. Bring a gift card or something similar. Honestly, I might bring this because you need your Key to the World card in the slot in the room to be able to turn the lights on and the outlets and everything. So basically for like the electricity in the room to work, you need your card in there because they do that to conserve energy. Like, yay, go Disney. But it's annoying because I forgot my Key to the World card. So I found it to be so much less stressful if I just had my card on me and I didn't have to worry about it. So we would leave a card in the room. We brought a gift card that was used. I'm totally bringing this. So for Pirate Night, they do give you bandanas. So you're going to see bandanas in your stateroom. Your stateroom attendant is going to leave them for you. So we have 2. I'm going to bring them. That way we kind of have just some options to accessorize more. I don't know if they're going to be the same because, oh, this is Pirates in the Caribbean. Caribbean. It's the Caribbean, but Pirates of the Caribbean, and that messes me up because we naturally, when in Rome, we watched Pirates of the Caribbean. Messes me up. Pirates of the Caribbean, because they have it on the TVs. We're like, oh yeah, when we're in the Caribbean. Caribbean. It's fine. It's not, but it's fine. These are so important, especially like I was talking about how I just brought one bathing suit. I'm bringing one bathing suit. Last time I did not bring one bathing suit. This time I'm bringing one bathing suit. All of the walls are magnetic. The doors are magnetic, which I'm going to circle back to that in a second. Everything's magnetic. You're basically in a metal cube. So these hooks, so amazing, because you can just stick them to the wall on my packing list. You guessed it. But we were able to hang our hats and just some fanny packs, backpacks that were empty, because it doesn't hold a ton of weight, but like it gets the job done. And wet bathing suits. Bring a wet dry bag, because there's nothing worse than having a wet bathing suit, or just like something gets wet on the like your excursion, whatever the case may be, and you're putting a wet bathing suit back in your bag with all your other stuff. So I honestly used it for when we went to the beach. I put my Kindle and electronics in here to like keep them safe. And then when we were leaving the beach, I took all that out, put the wet stuff in here, put everything in the tote, you know. These are on my list. They're like the bumpkin ones, except like they're bumpkin quality, but not the price of bumpkin. I know bumpkin has the Disney collab, and I almost bought bumpkin, even though I literally don't have children. I literally almost bought a bumpkin wet dry bag for cruising because it was Disney. I stopped myself. Don't worry. This is the last thing I wanted to show you. So how your door is magnetic. I always decorate our door. I put a picture of what our door looked like last time on the DCL packing list post. This one's so cute. I'm so excited. So this goes on our door. I just literally like printed out. I designed it on Canva, printed it out, laminated it, stuck magnets on the back, and it's going to go right on the door. So I'm super excited. I know I've said that probably 20 times already. I'm literally so excited, and I know I'm very aware that I speak very monotone. It's been my entire life. So I feel like I can't explain how excited I am, because when I say I'm excited, I'm just like, I'm so excited. But like, I'm literally so excited. That's it. That's basically what I've got so far. Definitely gonna pack like biker shorts, some t-shirts, like athletic clothes, make sure that I'm comfortable. But that's it. So, let's bring this down a smidge. I hope this helped. Okay, bye.